Is everybody here? Good. Are you ready for an interactive workshop? Yes, good. Dwaba is here from India, and I want to make sure everybody knows about her, because she was seeking enlightenment, and when she was about, in her 20s, right, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
Her guru told her to sit by the Ganges River and meditate, and she did, and she saw all the outcasts, the impoverished, the people who nobody wanted to touch. They didn't even want the shadow to touch their body. And she said, I've got to do something. Heck with my enlightenment, here I come. And so she built an orphanage in India called Ramana's Garden in Rishikesh. And if you come to India and go to Rishikesh, which I highly recommend, it's like Ubud, but bigger. There is no meat eating there, there is no alcohol there, and they don't allow big plastic bags. The Ganges River. And that's where she has an orphanage. And she's putting these kids now for the last 25 years through school. Hundreds and hundreds, how many?
Altogether, about 20,000. Them.
Okay, them and one person down here who volunteers.
Yeah.
And she's doing all the readings here to just gain the funds to take home to all the children that I happen to know as well, not all of them, but a few.
All.
And and at Ramana's Garden you can eat vegetarian food, meet Dwaba or her amazing children, who now some of them have come to go to college.
23.
Wow. So my little spiel here is, if you want to donate any amount of money, go see Dwaba over in the healing circles. She has one of the readers. She has a little booth. You can just donate whatever you want. $10, $20, anything, $100, fine. Thank you. I absolutely adore what she does. And I'm just trying to do what I can to support her. And she's here on invitation of the woman who creates Bali Spirit Festival, Megan, and was invited just so that she has a venue to expose her work to the world. And because she doesn't do it so loudly, I'll do it. Thank you, Dwaba. Anything you want to share?
I just want to share how lucky we are. It is such a gift to be here and surrounded by so many beautiful people and everybody wants to make a difference in the world. And I'm so grateful, and you're in the right place because this is my teacher.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Baba. The amazing part is that untouchables are not allowed to open bank accounts or even go to school. With her, they get college education. Right now, one of them is becoming a pilot. His dream, and that's what she says, dream. Whatever you want to dream, you can make it happen. So I'm going to teach you techniques of, who was here on Tuesday with my talk? A couple of people, right? I've taught you 4 steps of how to energize your choices. Remember? I'm not going to repeat them right now. What I'm going to do today is talk to you about the powerful time travel device you have in your brain. And brain is the vessel for the greater mind, so that you can shape shift time and space to be in alignment with your higher self and your highest goals and aspirations. We all come here with a sense of wanting to become some greater being than maybe what we started out with. We have a drive to evolve. It's embedded in our nature of consciousness. When I was in my mid-20s, I had a prayer. I had started studying Gestalt therapy. I had studied comparative religions, Haikomi therapy, breath work. I had done a number of techniques, but I said, God, please bring me something that really parts the curtains and really creates a difference. So for the last 30 years, I've been teaching this technique. I'm going to give you in a shorter version because I only have an hour. And you can take it home, but so you can read it up. I'm going to give you a free book, which was a bestseller in Germany and in America. It's called Wisdom of the Dolphins. If you've given Don, probably my husband, my husband of 35 years, has probably passed out a card to you. So you can fill it out, be sure it's legible. I'll send you the PDF of the book. You can read the techniques that I'm giving you today in the book and glean it from there. And I'm also going to give you, for those that are new here, an app where you can start your day pre-envisioning your highest self and your highest aspiration for the day. And also end the day on a good note. So that will be my gift, so you don't have to take notes right now. You don't have to record anything. I'm also, whoever gives me their address will get a recording free of charge of the entire talk. So you don't have to do the filmy thing because they say please don't. So I'm doing this for you. And then you can practice any of the aspects. I'm going to divide it into 3 parts. So the first part that I'd like to practice with you is how to turn on the balance of your brain, because we do need to start out in a balance. So I would like to just start out with a breath session just for 3 minutes to center ourselves, the yogic breath. Most of you know how to do it, right? Anybody who doesn't, I'll just talk you through it. Choose one nostril that you want to start with, maybe your right or left nostril. Some people are left-handed, some are right-handed. So just close one of your nostrils and take a deep breath in, counting to 4. Hold that breath and breathe it brilliantly into your third eye. Hold that breath. Move your finger over to the other nostril and breathe out through the other nostril on the count of 4. Hold your breath on a count of 4, and then again breathe in through that same nostril on the count of 4. Breathing light into your third eye, switching your finger and breathing out through your other nostril. Calm, holding your breath. On the count of 4, start breathing in again through that same nostril. Holding that breath, moving your finger, and breathing out. And now let you just do this for another 1.5 minutes on your own, in your own timing. Now, within ourselves, we carry consciousness, and most of our civilization focuses on the rational aspect of life. We count things, we look at things, we externalize ourselves, we have to get somewhere in our lives. But the other part of our brain, which is why I think most of us are here, has to do with the intuitive part, which, when focused together with the left brain, the right brain and the left brain, creates a whole brain activity. And wherever 2 touch into 1, this is a magical sentence, wherever there are 2 merging into singularity, there you have an opening into the next higher dimension. So I'm going to give you or share with you 2 techniques today. One you can do just here at the festival, because a lot of times we're just us, and we're like meeting new people. Maybe we're not meeting new people. Maybe we're staying with the same circle of friends. But rarely ever do we really open up our spirit at a higher dimension to meet new people. So just to have an opening for us to meet someone, I'd like to ask you to just step up, stand up, and have a look around. Just notice the greenery, the colors above you. Okay, look at the people. Okay, there's some gray, some white t-shirts, some pink white, orange, okay? Just notice how you notice the colors. And now I'd like you to walk up to someone you don't know and just say, hi, how are you? Meet them, talk to them. Just say hi. Notice your body posture. Notice how you feel. Okay, all right, thank you. Now, just sit down for a moment right where you are. Just take a seat right where you are. Just sit right where you are. We're going to do a little exercise. And I need music for that again. Just take a seat right there where you are. I'm going to try and get with that rhythm, but on a slower wave, yeah? All right, so close your eyes. And take a breath. Feel the warm air around you. And just to get started, I'd like you to imagine a peaceful place. A place where you have been maybe before. A nature, or one that you can make up now. And step inside of it. And imagine your feet touching the ground. What does it feel like? And let the energy and the colors that surround you get even a little bit more brilliant than they already are. Really step into your place of peace. As you do, I'd like you to invite your future self into your place of peace. The way that your being would be in the most beautiful, radiant state of evolution, of consciousness. It might look like a humanoid or might not. Might look like a crystal, like a light. Whatever you imagine you would be or look like in the far future with a great radiant core essence. Let that future self come towards you now. Your future self have? And as your future self comes close to you, he or she, your future self, touches you on your forehead and on your heart. As your future self does, an energy starts flowing through you imbuing you with qualities of your future self. And as your future self looks at you or makes a contact, open your heart and soul to the greatest qualities of yourself and step right inside that matrix of yours. And as you do, notice how your cellular body starts absorbing the qualities of your future self into the now. And in your own way, make a little prayer, make a request to the divine to support you in something that is important to you right now. Something that you would like to experience, become, be, understand. And imagine for a moment that your prayer is heard. And step into the world, into the feeling as if your prayer had been answered already. And as you step inside of that fulfillment, notice what changes happen in your energy body or in your feeling body. And now I'd like you to think of something maybe that instantly comes up as, well, but I can't, or I'm not sure, or maybe you have a little problem going on in your life right now. Just feel into something that you would like to transform into its highest expression. If it's fear or anger, sadness, if it's a problem you have currently going on, just choose one something you would like to change or transform. And I'd like to just see a show of hands of someone who doesn't have a problem yet that they want to transform. I'm quite able to give you one if you want, or loan one out. Okay, everybody's got one? All right. I'd like you to take a moment and feel inside what it feels like when you think about having this problem in your life. Maybe there was a little issue, maybe something happened, maybe something didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Might be a larger problem, although I recommend we take something that we can manage right now. You can do this exercise again and again and deepen your ability to transform anything into its positive expression. ponder this issue that you currently experience. And as you do, notice the feelings in your body that come up as you feel into having this issue in your life right now. What does it feel like in your body as you think about it? Maybe a squeezy feeling, a fiery feeling. Maybe in the front or in the back, just notice, where do you feel it the strongest? And just put your hand into that area of your body where you feel it right now the strongest. Could be in the front, in the back. Just like to see everybody putting their hand into some part where they feel that issue, so I know that you're with me. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now you can let go, let your hand rest on in your lap. And I'd like you to notice, is it more in the front or in the back of your body? In that part of your body. Is it larger than that part of your body? Or smaller? If it had a texture, what texture would it have? Would it be dense? Would it be fluffy? Would it be hard and solid? And if it had a color, what color would it have? And now I'd like you to take that gestalt, that energy, color, feeling thing outside of you so you can take a look at it. Let it float in front of you so you can have a dialogue with it. Whether you see it clearly or not doesn't really matter, but you have a sense for it being there in front of you. Is it now larger or smaller than before? And I'd like you to point with one of your fingers to that energy and kind of point it out where it is. Just generally, so I know that you're with me. Just point to the energy that is in front of you that was inside of you before. Okay, I'm going to look and see if everybody has their hand pointing somewhere outside of themselves and isn't sleeping but staying awake. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, let your hands go back down. And now, I'd like you to ask this energy what it has been doing until now. This does not need to be anything positive. Just what has it been doing up until now? Maybe it was making a ruckus, or making you feel angry or small, or gigantically big so something would change, what did it do for you? It doesn't have to even make any sense at all. And as it tells you or lets you know or just gives you a feeling, I'd like you to ask it now, what does it really want? If it already had what it really wanted, what would that be? Ask it what it really wants. If it could have what it really wanted, what would that be? Maybe a feeling, an understanding, a sentence, something. If it had already what it really wanted, what would it feel like? And allow yourself to feel the luxury of the moment of fulfillment. If it already had its deepest wish fulfilled. And I want to just remind for those that might have come up with the answer of protection, that being protected is not the end result. Allow yourself to go into the end result of your fulfillment. What would that feel like? And allow yourself for a moment to step into that feeling of whatever it is that is truly wanted. And if that feeling had a color, what color would that have? That feeling of expressing the true wish fulfilled. If this energy and color would have a shape, what shape would it have or be? And now, I'd like you to think the old energy, the old image, that was not all so positive to begin with, right? But if we're honest, it really did want something beautiful in the end. It just didn't quite know how to go about it. And we can at least thank it for wanting something beautiful deep down inside. So in your own heart and mind, go ahead and think, the old image or the old energy, the hologram of the unfulfilled version. For having wanted something beautiful, something really of deep value. And can you ask this energy if it's willing to become that which it always had wanted to be? Is it willing? Would it like to become that which it already had always wanted to be? And as it usually does, and if it doesn't, you can say, what else do you need? Is there something else maybe that it still wanted to add on to its fulfillment and desire image? Let it become even more glorious. Can you ask it now to show up side by side or next to or somehow in the vicinity of the new image and introduce the two to each other? For some people, it'll be an automatic whoosh where the old energy goes into the new. For some people, you can just introduce the two, letting the old energy meet the new expression of itself, its own higher self, so to speak. And let the new energy image absorb and take within it all the energies of the old, and let the new energy absorb and transform everything into its fulfilled state. Introducing the old energy to the new, thanking it for having been there for you all this time, wishing something so beautiful, and then letting the old be absorbed completely by the expression of its own highest self, until all parts are absorbed, transformed, and taking on this new energy, shape, color, and form. Letting all parts of the old be absorbed and taken up into the expression of the new energy, until the smallest, littlest parts are transformed. Into the new expression of itself at its highest form. Embedded within the not so fun or maybe painful experience was a true wish of its highest expression, getting you exactly what it really wanted for you to express in your life. And let these colors, energies of the new image now flow through you and allow yourself a mini vacation. The luxury of being in the fulfilled color, energy, form of what this energy had always wanted for you. Step into it and let all of your cells be touched by this core energy of this new expression. As you step into it and allow yourself to bathe in this energy, let it travel through all your cells and transform all parts of you that might have felt the previous expression of the negative version of itself, of not quite getting what it wanted, and let it now be touched by the expression of what it truly wanted in its fulfilled state. And I'd like you to ask this energy, this new image, if it's always willing to be there for you. If it's always willing to be there for you. And are you also willing to always be there for it? At least to give it a good try and be there for it. And as you encounter this energy, I'd like you to invite it to your place of peace, to a magical meeting spot, a picnic area or a round table, where your higher self, your future self, is also situated, and invite this new image, this new energy, to this meeting spot, and introduce this new color or energy or form, this new hologram, to meet with your future self or your ideal self. And let the two of them meet and exchange presence and information. And just watch as those two meet, what happens. And now I'd like you to ask this energy, as it's taking a place in your inner round table or meeting point, where in the future you can invite any of your other masterful beings to create a team, to guide your life from this vibrant expression of your potential. And I'd like you to ask this new energy configuration, this new holographic image, to go through all past experiences in your cells, down to your DNA, and let it travel through time, through all your cells, to purify any time you've had a similar negative expression experience that we just transformed, maybe at another point in life, and let all the impressions that are stored in your memory banks, in your cells, or even in your DNA, let it be touched by this new hologram traveling through all your cells, purifying all old impressions, and let them be transformed by this new energy. Take a moment of time to do this, purifying and healing all old experiences, and let them be healed and transformed now by this new energy and hologram. And you can ask this energy to do this job throughout the next hour or even longer, whatever it takes. These energies work outside of time and space. Let this create like a ripple effect through all your cells, into your DNA and into your spirit body, even into your ancestral lineage. And send this energy also into the future. To prepare the days ahead of you to express this information. And allow also this energy to work on its own and prepare the way for you, like a velvet carpet of new energy, arranging your days ahead. And imagine when you come home, opening your door, that this new energy paves the way for you into your home as well, shifting the paradigm if needed, uplifting the energy in your home and in all interactions with all the people that you meet. Allowing the miracles of change to unfold before you easily and effortlessly. I'd like you to ask this image energy if it has a task for you, something that it wants you to maybe do or experience, or maybe shift inside. Maybe it has a job for you to do, a little one. What would that be? Are you willing to work together with your inner guidance and this new holographic image that's dynamically active in your life, this or your higher self? And then you can also give it a job, something you want it to do for you. So to speak, behind the scenes. Is there something you would like help with? And is it willing to do that for you? All right. I'd like you to come to a close now and thank this new image and let it take its place in your meeting place, in your place of peace. Let it work on its own, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. And start taking a deep breath and folding your hands before your heart in namaste, if you wish, or any other symbolic gesture, thanking your ideal self, your future self, and your transformed energy to work with you, thanking it, taking a deeper breath, stretching, moving your fingers and toes, gently coming back in your own timing right now, moving. Breathing in deeper. Stretch. Touching the ground maybe with your hands or raising it to the sky. Thank you, universe, for the consciousness that we have been imbued with. I'd like you to stand up, and I'd like you to, for a moment, meet a new person that you haven't met yet before. Not someone you know yet, someone new. Stand up and meet each other. And meet each other holding hands, and like hand in hand, looking at each other. Here's a nice, beautiful young man who would like to. Okay? Meet each other with your future self, and bring your future self into this moment, into the presence. And as you do, notice the person in front of you also shifting into their vibrant self, of their most beautiful, radiant expression from their future. There are a couple more people that would like to maybe practice. They're sitting. And as you do, I'd like you to notice the qualities that you sense, the positive qualities of their future self. What might they be? And as you read the presence of the beautiful future self of the other, also emanate yours even more. Radiate the beauty of your future expression of your ideal self. And when you have a good feeling, you can either squeeze each other's hands or give each other a hug. Say thank you for revealing your beautiful inner self. And then take a moment to share what three positive qualities you notice about the other. It could be their smile, it could be something even deeper. It could be the radiance or block, whatever it is that you notice. What are three qualities that you sense in their highest ideal self? A short explanation of the magic that we just learned about, 5 minutes. I wrote this story in my book, Wisdom of the Dolphins. You're all going to get, if you give me your email address, I'm going to send you that PDF, and you can practice and read about this very technique in the book so that you can enhance it and see the greater scope of what it's capable of. I've taught this technique for the last almost 30 years now to therapists, doctors, psychotherapists, psychiatrists, teachers, many people, moms and children. I have this on app for children as well as in courses for adults. We have it in Chinese and Czechoslovakian, in German, English, French, and Spanish. So if you're interested, and what? In Hindi? Oh yes, thank you. In Hindi. So if you're interested, please contact me. We have teacher materials. But what I want to tell you now is a story that's in the book Wisdom of the Dolphins. Don and I were in the 1988, 89. We just learned this technique on the way in Germany to see a friend of ours in a train. I had called him before I left America. We live on an island north of America. We live now in Bali. We have a retreat center up here called Shambhala. So some of you know that already. But we were on the train, and at that time there were no cell phones, no faxes, no internet, nothing. So he said, Ilona, I am moving when you arrive in Germany. I won't know my address until shortly before you arrive. So please meet me at 1 o'clock in Stuttgart, in one of those German cities, under the big clock, on time, because I will be practicing with a classical musician. A rehearsal, I have lunch, and I can pick you up and take you down to my new place. We're on our way, and in Germany, trains are on time, right? The ones from Germany are laughing, right? So, we're driving, but this train stops. is late, 15 minutes. We keep going. It's late again, stops again. By the end of like halfway through, we're 45 minutes late. So what do you typically feel when something is late? Anxious. Anxious in the, where do you feel it usually? Anxious? Tummy. All right. Some people like me, I got a little bit flustered. I got actually a little bit upset. I was like, come on, train. But, you know, my anger didn't help the train to go any faster. So I did this technique, which is called holographic transformation. It's actually called holodynamics, based on the work of Dr. Vernon Wolf. You can look it up, Google it, holodynamics. Amazing man, he's now in his 80s, was my mentor, has been my mentor. So I did this technique, what we just did. I talked to this red fireball. You know, for me it was red, anger. Took it out, looked at it, and said, what do you really want? What do you think it said? Get there. It wanted to get there on time. Well, duh, thank you very much. So I said, okay, I'll just do this technique. So I took my anger, said, thank you very much. You want to be there on time? What does that feel like? And I imagined what it would feel like if I arrived on time. That's very nice, you know. Wonderful. We would meet our friend, everything would be perfect. Well, I told you earlier at the beginning, when two meet into one, you have magic happen. Did you remember that sentence? Please remember that sentence. It's also the magic of our brain. When we balance both brain halves, when we take a negative and a positive, the polar opposites of each other into union, man and male and female, the opposites of anything in our imagination, quantum healing happens. Transformation into a higher dimension opens up. And automatically, the dominant energy, which is the higher frequency energy, will envelop the lower frequency because it has greater compassion, greater understanding. So I'm in my train going, all right, anger, are you ready? And he said, well, you know, that's my highest self. God absorbed, I had this beautiful image of arriving on time. We arrive, the clocks were still saying we're late, but I was feeling better. We got out in a different queue than we were supposed to because we were late. We got out, we stand under that big clock in Stuttgart, and our friend wasn't there. I said, oh Don, what did we do wrong? Something should have happened here. And then I said, Don, maybe you can go look if he's somewhere else. But just as we turned to go, he comes walking towards us saying, Don, Ilona, what are you doing here early? We looked at the clock and we're like, wait, what do you mean by early? And somehow, and I don't know how to this day, the clock had rearranged itself to have arrived 10 minutes early, and it was in the month of, it was end of August. We did not have changing times as we do at the end of October in Germany, you know, like the daylight switching in. So I have learned one thing. If you are willing and ready to transform time and space to be in the expression of what you truly wish to experience, don't question the old, just walk into the miracle and say, yes, thank you very much, universe. So that's the story I leave you with. It's in my various books. I have one book called Dream Big, The Universe is Listening. Chock full of techniques that walk us through how to transform abuse, trauma from childhood, from ancestors, into the I want a bigger house and millions of dollars, whatever it is. The old is your stepping stone into the new. So once you allow the voice of the old energy to be heard, and to give it a thank you. Did you give it a good thank you, the old energy? Were you able to say thank you because you really did want something beautiful? Like my anger wanted me to arrive on time. And when you merge the two into one, magic happens. So I'm going to leave you with this on the dot at 2 o'clock. We have only 1 hour. I would love to teach you more. If you do, I have online courses. You can follow up, but do read the book Wisdom of the Dolphins. I'll send it to you as a PDF, and it has a lot of stories also about the magic and the healing ability of dolphins. We lived in Hawaii for 12 years and did a lot of experiments with wild dolphins and their power to heal. They live at a higher dimension. So when you meet people here, meet them and your higher self. Let's do that. Let's spread a new culture of actually meeting each other, heart to heart, soul to soul. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.